Okay, is yeah, maybe this will go a little better. Do I have audio or am I dead again?
No. You have audio. Oh, you have audio.
Okay, well. Welcome back, Joe. Welcome to the party. Okay, so yeah, my dungeon, torture device, whatever you want to call it, it'll look great. Now I'm gonna start putting videos out again because I'm gonna video building that catastrophe. Hopefully it holds water. I don't know, it might. I'm not liking how much the wood's gonna cost, but and I just kicked the camera, that's great. Whatever. It's fine. But there we go. Alright, so those lights are already shutting off. We're gonna fix that. Just by the touch of the button. Here you go. Flugel. Flugel app. All right. We'll just turn these back on. But really, I'm right next to it and can't connect. See, that's one thing you have to deal with the Flugel app. There we go. Back on. These guys, I finally fired up that sump again, and it's the only reason that tank's clear and shit. Heat and shit. A lot. But I love them. I love them all. No comment on the looks. Well, you know, I know my wall's only half painted. I don't care. We're moving. They're lucky they got that much. Oh, man. But, yeah, so there it is. That is where the pond is going to go. Once I get all the lumber and everything I need to create the backbone and all that good stuff, you guys will see it. I'll put videos out of it. And then also you'll get to see the final result. And by then, maybe I'll modify something to I can actually get a connection in the basement. And maybe I can dive with the pond and you can see this guy jump. Because if he jumps right now, I'm getting soaked and possibly he might scratch himself a little bit.
He does that a lot.
He does that a lot. In fact, when he turns around and comes back the other way, you can see a white mark down his back because I put some shrimp in there and he turned very fast and got it. So I'm happy he got the shrimp, but he's messing himself up doing it. So really need to get that pond built and done. Get it cycled, which on a side note, I found out at work we make live bacteria, so that's a plus. We have a couple different kinds. I just want to make sure that it's safe to actually put in with fish and not kill them because a lot of our chemicals are meant to eliminate muck and stuff, not seaweed, stuff like that. And you really don't want to put it in with live animals. It's really for the ponds that don't have any life in them. So I got to be careful about what I use because that would be counterproductive. And then there would be no point in having that pond. So we do have some stuff for bird bass and stuff like that, which I think are animal safe. And I'm going to see before I do anything with that. I'm going to make sure. But I think that might be the route I go because I can get live bacteria by the gallon, but I would need a lot for that. So we'll see how that goes. This guy here, we got on the basement. Well, Edward, I don't exactly have the pond done, but it's ready for the pond. That was just basically me hoorahing because I finally got down there and did that. So we'll see what happens. I thank you guys for liking the video. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Well, warm. I'm already fuzzy. But yeah, super excited. I don't know how well the feed went down there. I'm thinking about even what Matt F said. Maybe get some small 125s and put them down there for breeder tanks. That would just encourage more breeding. I want to set up a rack of tanks down there along with the pond, because I've got literally 4 or 5 fish over there all holding right now. This sucks. Yeah, we'll see what goes of that, but I'm debating on whether or not to just let nature take its course in that tank this round, or actually pull them and grow them. The problem is the fish stores I got don't want them because one breed is bumblebees, and they don't want them because they're mean. Well, every fish I have is mean, so. And I bought them from there. That's what I don't get. But, you know, no, Edward, I do not have an arapaima. That is something I'm aspiring towards that. I don't have it yet. No, that's the alligator gar. That's split. He'll make his round back over here in just a second. Here he comes. He's like a little school bus.
Seriously.
A brown spotted school bus with teeth. Bumblebee cichlid. They're Africans. They got really cool colors. They're fun to watch. I don't see why everybody hates them. I mean, I've seen other cichlids way meaner than bumblebees. You know, any Lake Victorian cichlid eat that bumblebee alive. But yeah, I could probably do that, Joe. I could probably take them up to Michigan. But I mean, I've only got, from the first fry from both of these 2 fish, I've only got, well, there was 2 at the time. Now there's like 4 or 5. I probably got 30. I would say about 30 in the tank that I'm growing them in. And the bulk of them is yellow labs. And there's probably like 10 bumblebees. But they're all nice and healthy and active. They're not picking on each other yet. But we were just going to disperse them between tanks around here. And my daughter's got a
I think
65 gallon up in her bedroom that I was going to put some of them in. The fish labs, they just don't want the bumblebees, which I'm like, if you can't have the other, you know. But I don't know. What are we doing here? Need photos later on. I have a 150, maybe take 1 or 2.
for the bumblebees, the babies. Kyle maybe wants some babies.
Okay. You can have all the babies you want. I'm about to have a lot more.
We have 4 holding.
If I scoop them out. And the mothers, that bumblebee is really, really tough to get out. Plus, I got all these damn rocks in there that they hide in. It's fun to get them out.
Kyle says he's not a huge cichlid fan, but he has a home for a few. We could ship some.
Yeah, you want some. I'll bring you some. Trust me.
We
I
could
got
ship
them.
some.
You want some? They're yours. Nice and hearty, and
They're spongy.
they are quick. I'm not looking forward to getting them out of there. Well, hi there, collaboration of curiosities. How are you?
Who is that?
You know who that is? Adele.
That's Adele?
That's Adele.
Hi, Adele! Yay! She just.
Yeah. If you want some, Kyle, I'll make sure you get some. You just let me know when we set up the whole trip thing. I'll make sure I bring you some. Yeah. See, that's what I was getting at there, Kyle. Edward says, are cichlids in the same family as Oscars? Yes. South African.
Sort of.
But there are, like 4 or 5 lakes that are real well known for certain kinds. Oscars are South American, and a lot of what I have in my 125 is South American. So yes and no. They are related, just different regions, if that makes sense.
Different lakes.
I can't put my Africans in this tank because the Oscars, if it can go in the Oscar's mouth, they'll eat it. And if it can go in his mouth, he'll eat them. So I'm not sure what region is South America, but yes, Oscars are a South American cichlid. Also, the Africans are, obviously, which South African, South American, maybe I don't know how close the two. They're related. We'll just go with that. You have so many plans for my pond, Joe. I know you do. And you know what? I like your plans.
Shut up, Joe.
The nice thing, back to Edward's question there, the nice thing, I keep wanting to say knucklehead. It might come out. But to go back to that question, you actually can put Africans with Oscars. Temp range and pH, they are pretty close to the same. But the problem that you will run into is the Oscars will grow faster than the Africans. So just keep that in mind. I actually had a giraffe hap in with these guys when I first got them, and it lived a long time, and then it died. I don't know what happened there. It just died. I don't know if it was a heart problem or what, but it lived forever with these guys. But you have to be careful because not all of the Africans grow to the same size. So just because they grow fast, they may only get this long. Some of them take longer to grow, but they get huge. So, again, if Oscars can get it in their mouth, they will. Joe, you're killing me, bro. Let's see. 3 to 4 baby guppies. The girls are looking pretty chunky.
Adele just had babies.
Oh, that's right. Adele just had a bunch of guppies. I have a bunch of guppies in my 54 gallon. And I think my flower horn ain't one. I have a baby flower horn in there. He's only like that big.
Also, Edward said you can call him Knucklehead.
Oh, I do anyways.
Well, you know him as Knucklehead.
Well, when the drifter says, are you ready to bang knuckles? Every time I hear that, I'm all like, what kind of party did you bring me to? But, you can. Fish will eat fish if they're small enough, or if they have teeth and can open their mouth big enough, which you might get lucky and watch Split yawn, and He can. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten the small Oscar in his mouth yet. But yeah, that's what they do. They eat and poop
Yeah.
a lot. Fish will eat fish because Joe says fish will eat fish because that's what nature intended, and you are exactly right. Exactly. Fish don't make friends the way we make friends. We don't eat our friend. Well, unless your name's Jeffrey Dahmer, we don't eat our friends unless you're into that. Well, no, I'm not going there. Fish don't care. Fish do not care.
You don't keep them from eating each other.
How do you keep them from eating each other? Well, so these Oscars are bigger than my hand. I mean, the smallest one is like this. Split's mouth only gets to about that. So you can't eat him. He won't try it.
Kyle said you leave Jeff alone. He said you leave Jeff alone.
Oh, man. Adele says, I want more orange boys.
She has some pretty fish, and I'll have to show you pictures when this is done, but her mollies are gorgeous.
Oh.
They are gorgeous.
I've got blue and orange swordtail mollies. They're pretty cool looking.
Her fish are really pretty.
Yeah. You know, if I really wanted to.
Oh, guppies.
And I quit feeding these guys live food. I just feed them frozen shrimp and fish now. Back when I first got the Oscars, I was feeding them. What did I get up to? I got up to 8 dozen.
Of what?
Rosies.
Yes.
8 dozen Rosies a week, and these Oscars would polish those off in 3 days.
Yeah.
I might pop in, Knuckles. I couldn't pass that up. I only have 5 tanks.
5-gallon tanks.
Oh, I see.
Regulations in Australia are a lot different than here, so they can, and she's in an apartment, so she can only have specific size tanks.
I got you. Yeah.
So she has guppies, not mollies.
Even around here, apartments are wishy-washy on what they'll let you have and what they won't. You know, most of them won't let you have 1 tank.
Right. No.
Just because if it leaks, it ruins their floors. Blah blah blah.
I was incorrect. I thought she had mollies. It's guppies.
Well, they're close.
How much do you spend on fish food a week, do you think?
Oh, Christ.
Probably about...
Who said that? Maybe
Edward.
Said that. Edward said that, huh?
I would say per week, we're looking at... We don't go weekly, though. We try to collaborate for the month.
What I try to do is I try to keep my food on hand. So once I notice I'm running low on one specific food, like right now I'm almost out of nice because I use a lot of extreme and carny sticks. I can't keep those on hand long enough to twirl. But I mean, hell, I'll spend easily, just on food, probably $200-300 a month, just on keeping up on pellets and stuff.
I'd say a week, about 60.
That's not counting the frozen fish, the frozen shrimp. I don't even know. I try not to think about that.
About 60 a week, if you break it down.
Well, this tanker behind me has to eat. There is no starving him.
No.
He, you got to feed him at least once a day. Otherwise, he'll feed himself. So that's the trick to keeping fish from eating each other. Problem is, some fish don't stop growing. And I knew he was going to get big when we got him. I wasn't upset about that. I just noticed that he knocked the hose out of the siphon again.
A lot of people need to understand, though, that Split wasn't for us. He was a gift to Junior Metalhead.
He was a gift to Angel. But Dandy likes him too. But I also made the promise I will do everything in my power to keep said fish, and well, maybe get a few more.
And with recent circumstances, he is not going back. Just saying.
Well, we weren't going to go into that.
Well,
but I have Apocalypse and Doomsday now. Once they are big enough to go in there, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully they catch up to him. They're going to go in there. What do I use to have such a nice beard? Age.
Nothing. Yeah.
Age.
Being an old ass man.
Honestly, I brush it every day, but once in a while I put beard stuff in it, but it doesn't work. How big is he now?
Oh, because she was around when we first got Split.
He is 20 inches now. 20 inches long, and honestly, about as thick as my forearm there. Look at dog bit me last weekend. That was great. No oils. Nope. No, I don't use any oils in it. I don't use anything in my beard. I use a, what the hell is that called? A badger something?
Badger balm.
Badger balm. I put that in periodically, and they give you a goat hair brush to do it. Doesn't get through my beard. I just use a hairbrush and
my hairbrush.
Her hairbrush. Well, see, that's where you're going wrong, Kyle. You're putting all this crap in your beard, and you don't have to. I mean, I'm not. Other people are different. I don't.
I use oil, butter, wash, and it's a mess.
I don't do any of that.
Why?
I never have.
You put conditioner. You don't use shampoo. You've always just done. I know you condition.
I shaved with conditioner.
Yes.
Which.
That.
We could make a raccoon balm. Yes, we can. And I have the perfect tub to do it in. We could make a lifetime supply of this and then market it. I like where you're going with that, Joe.
No, enough with this raccoon BS.
Kyle, seriously, bro. Put the beard, man. Just let it go. Just do it. That's what I do. I just let it go. Brush it periodically, make sure it's clean, and that's all I do. They do have something I wanted to try. There's a like a steam brush. I was kind of thinking about trying that, but I don't know. And see, Edward knows too, because he's got like the red version of my beard. Edward doesn't have any gray hair. I'm all gray.
Well, you've also been married for 18 years, and you have a 16 and 14-year-old.
He's got kids too.
Yeah, but does he have teenagers?
I think so. Pretty sure one of them is.
Because teenagers.
It's like a reverse mullet. Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. It's like party in the front and nothing in the back. No, I get white hair, and yes, I have too. See, I told you.
Teenagers?
Kids.
Okay, kids. The difference is when they hit those teen years, that's when you really start questioning.
Well, you know.
I love our kids.
Years ago, I used to make fun of people for having gray hair. And I used to make fun of people for being bald. I still make fun of people for being bald because I'm not. And it irritates them when I shave my head. But I don't make fun of people for having gray hair now, because gray hair is one of two things: lack of fucks to give or experience. And I have both. Yeah, he's got 4 kids. That's what I thought. He's got 2 teenagers. So see, he's 2 up on us.
He gets it. Well,
and his beard is freaking red.
oh, he has no soul. He's a ginger.
Oh, see, you had to go there.
No soul.
Gray hair comes from too much fertilizer between the ears.
Well, you know, there's that. But, anyways, last time I used to look like Static X and had to shave it, wouldn't go away. Wow, that's pretty good. Like, on top or on the beard? Oh boy, you started a war with that one, Matt. Well, this just took a weird turn. Ironically, I'm okay with it. Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are always fun. All right, Joe. Hey, it's good seeing you, Joe. I'll see you on the next one, and got that one thing. We'll get to that later. What the hell? Wow, it's been almost an hour already.
Oh,
Holy crap. If I'm cutting in on other YouTubers, I'm not really sorry, because I didn't know it. I didn't know there was a time frame. I don't try to jump in on other people's blocks that I know have a block.
The ones we care about.
Well, it's not that I don't care. It's just I don't know. I know that there are some that go on like right around this time frame, so I'm probably going to go ahead and call it at 7 o'clock. I'm probably going to call it.
Adele just said I need to teach you StreamYard. What is StreamYard?
I don't know. Probably why she needs to teach it.
Is that some like Aussie shit that we just don't know what it is?
It's probably like something more advanced to help with streams.
I'm not speaking negatively. I just don't know. And I figured Sunday would be like the best day to do it.
And Adele just said, you don't need to worry. People watch who they want to.
Well, see, there we go.
There's that.
There
You have people that come on and watch you, and if they want to go to somebody else, they go to somebody else.
Well, I was going to say, there's no set time. When you set up a live, there is no set time frame. It doesn't say, is it going to go from here to here? And it doesn't go when you hit that mark. Obviously, as we've seen on other lives,
so like,
I'm not going to talk about that. Matt F says, I was thinking of doing my lives on Fridays.
Patty's Petite Tanks. Hi. She just came in.
Where's Patty's?
She just came in.
You said Patty's.
Patty's
Hi, Patty.
Petite Tanks. She just came in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see her now. Yep.
Like Zoom on stream. We could do that. We could collab this this thing that Adele is talking about. It's basically like Zoom. So like the one stream that we watched where there was like 6 other people in it. She wants to teach us that to where maybe we could actually collab with Adele.
Basically, I need to get a camera and a computer for her. So you can see her talking, because you see me saying nothing and her talking.
Well, God damn it.
No, I see what you're getting at, and I was wondering about how to do that because a couple of them, like Rocco's Fish Room, did it, oh, I know, I'm gonna tear it up. Kaler's,
something.
they did it. They had like 3 or 4 people on there. No, it was more than that. It was like 5 or 6. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Kyle Jaded just said, "Who else lives on Sunday? Never heard of them. No need to push your fans and friends off to others."
Matt F. Yes.
So I agree, and that's Adele said the same thing. Don't
Yes.
feel
Taylor's
bad.
Aquatics. Yep. They did one a couple weeks back, shortly after I went off live. They went on and we watched it. They had oh man, they had,
There was like 5 other people in that live.
yeah, there was King and Queen, and then Cichlid King and Queen or whatever their name, and then man, the guy with the bright red goatee, I can't think of his name, and then a few others on there, and they were having a good time.
We should do this with Adele.
I'd love to go on and do that sometime. That'd be fun.
We could do that with Adele.
That
Fish
would
Room
be
Fever and Chat Ed.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that
yeah.
does sound familiar now.
Chattanooga.
Yeah,
Ed.
they're out of Tennessee. Yeah. Yep. That'd be fun. I would have no quarrel with doing that. If they were down for it, I'd do it.
I really agree, though, that everybody is sitting here saying right now, do your thing. Don't stop
I'm
because
gonna
you
do
feel
my
like you're
thing.
stepping on toes. You literally have people saying right now, though, don't cut this.
Okay, fine, I won't.
Mhm.
But no, I won't. Yeah, but if I cut into other people's time, they just need to know it's not intentional. That's all I'm getting at. So
You do you, boo.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get you a camera. That would be kind of cool if we could
That would be
figure out
fun.
how
If we
to-
could do like the KG Trackable
yeah,
type,
have you and me, yeah,
that would be fun.
and then you could see a bunch of my tanks. Well, not a bunch. It's only a deal like
That just said, don't argue with her. She'll give you a black eye. I am not abusive.
No, you know what you need to do?
I'm not abusive like all these people seem to think that I am.
Oh man,
Jesus.
who we had? We had somebody on a Friday night stream. I had somebody believing that she pushed me downstairs.
Somebody did a wellness check on
Beat
you.
me. It was great. It was great.
Somebody actually did a wellness check
I
on
laughed
you
my
because they
ass
thought
off
I
so
beat
hard
you
on that
up.
one. I'm like, holy shit, you guys can't take a joke.
Somebody literally did do a wellness check on you because they thought I beat you up.
They did. We had cops there and everything. It was great. I'm like, dude, it was a joke. Yeah, now they're looking at her like she's a husband beater, which I didn't know that existed.
Oh, it does.
Mm.
It actually does. But the thing is, that's not us. That's
No,
the
it was
thing.
just me making a joke and her running with it, or it wasn't even her running with it. It was me and a couple other people joking around. Next thing I know, there's cops at the door wanting to check me out and make sure I'm like not beaten to death. I'm like, really? I'm 220 pounds. I'm pretty sure I can handle my 100-pound wife. Edward says, well, you're an asshole, so I can see that she does put your ass in check sometimes.
No.
Well,
Honestly, no. I mean,
brother, well, there's been, he usually hears you snoring while we're playing Destiny.
well, when you play Destiny at midnight,
No, your wife is mean. She'd hurt you. I believe that.
Edward, my wife would kick my ass. Well,
Yeah, they check me for bruises, and I'm a mechanic, so I'm constantly, my arms are always looking like this. Okay, that was a dog bite, but
yeah, the
which
cops.
was like, I don't ever get bit by dogs. It was just Max felt like being a dick that day.
He was being an asshole.
But yeah, I'm always cut and bruised and scraped, and
No, we literally didn't
hell,
have cops come
I got
here.
a mark right here. I had to do an oil pan on a Jeep Commander, and I used my Milwaukee M18 for everything. Well, I went to zip a couple bolts loose off of the cradle, and they snapped because this little guy will do it. So anyways, I'm like, all right. So I take the air hammer to punch them back through the hole so I could put all new, they were rusted in there so bad, and there's like some little clip that held them in there. I made something else that worked just as good. Well, I'm tapping on them to get them to bounce out of there. Well, the one bounced out and hit the body of the Jeep and went straight for my eye. And thankfully, I'm always wearing safety glasses. Thankfully, this time. Because that puppy nailed me right there. And I'm like, what the hell? And a couple hours later, I had a nice little scab right here. So that was bad. And I'm glad I was wearing those glasses that time. No joke with that one. Oh, my connection's going again. I think the internet just crapped out. Oh, shit. No? Says I'm still
You're
good.
so good.
Well, it's telling me it's trying to reconnect. That's not good.
You're so good.
Huh? We're still here? Okay. Well, I do also have a router that sucks.
Adele just said, so here. You never skipped a beat.
Just empty every pocket Jeep. I like that one. I can't really say the Pontiac one. Ford found on road dead. Dodge, damn old Dodge goes everywhere.
My Dodge really, until the water pump, was not an issue.
Well, we couldn't hear your water pump over the belt, which I'm surprised
The
about.
belt stopped squealing, though. Did you notice that today?
Yeah.
I have no belt squeal anymore. It's kind of nice.
You get a lot of chatter in the background. Can you silence it? You know, I've tried for years. It's never worked. Oh, boy. Yeah. Anywho. Yeah.
This is why you guys think he gets beat. It's all you. It's your fault.
You know what? How do I do this where I don't have to keep accepting that? Every time somebody does something, it goes, ooh, is this person allowed to say that?
You can't change it.
Oh, yeah. Surely there's a way. I don't know. We're still learning it. Yeah. So this laptop really sucks.
Oh,
You need monitors. Well,
he doesn't. You don't have enough followers.
yeah. I don't have enough followers for that. Someone else can deal with it for you. Yes, that would be nice, Adele. You wanna?
Matt.
You guys are killing me with this. This is great. What is going on? What is your cat doing?
Scratching the window.
Baby,
It's like a freaking petting zoo here.
I need to build her catio.
Snatch.
Yeah, thank you.
Throw her in there and shut the door.
Yeah, throw her in the basement.
No! Yeah, throw her in the basement where all the wildlife comes in, and she's gonna end up pregnant with kittens. And she's 6 months if we're lucky. No.
Oh, come on. It was a joke.
Throw her that way.
But let's see.
Shut the door.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm losing connection again. Oh, no, maybe not. All right, Kyle, we'll see you here in a little bit. If we're still on, if not, you got my number. Get her fixed and she'll calm down. Yes, that is the plan.
Yeah.
Yep. Because she is a spunky little critter.
She gets a lot of zoomies.
So the whole thing with her was we came home one night. We used to be on a dart league. And we came home from darts one night. And it's maybe like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And it's cold out. It was snowing and stuff. I know it sounds like a Hallmark movie.
It really
But
does.
I get up to the door. I get ready to go in the house. Jess already walked in the house. And I'm hearing a noise. So I close the door and I walk back out to the edge of the porch. And I'm like, what the hell? And I just keep hearing this meow, meow, like real tiny, pathetic meow. So I'm like, what? And I see movement over by her truck. So I kind of walk out there and I'm like, come here and da-da-da. Well, anyways, this little kitten comes running right up to me and jumps in my arms. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure you're somebody's cat. So I turn around, and no sooner than the wife caught view of this kitten,
So did the kid.
it became ours. I said, we need to find the owner. She goes, we are the owners. I'm like, okay.
She's our BB.
Yep. So now she's Harley.
Harley Quinn Harley Soft-Tailed Davidson Quinn.
Something like that.
That's her name.
You came up with that on your own.
Harley. Well, it was supposed to be Harley Quinn, but I named her Harley Soft-Tailed Davidson Quinn.
Way complicated. I just call her Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. I can't see what is going on with my thing here.
Matt said I'm gonna get myself kicked out on my first night.
No.
No, we don't have moderators.
I don't kick anybody out of my room. Well,
We're
not
not-
yet. I haven't had to yet, and trust me, you're fine.
We don't play like that.
Edward says, that's how my wife gets animals too. I don't get to decide. You're right.
Yes, absolutely. Get the pet and then ask for forgiveness. And if you don't like it,
No.
oh well.
I won't kick nobody out of my chat unless they're really being a dick. And gee, with me, you really got to be a dick.
She's a good kitty. She's just zoomies.
Ankle biter.
She zoomies all the time.
Well,
Ankle biter.
Matt X says, well, if I end up dead, it was my wife or Jess. She hasn't killed me yet, so I'm pretty sure it'd probably just be your wife.
Can you reiterate that's over 20 years of relationship plus marriage?
Oh, yeah, Edward has 2 guinea pigs. What's up, Mark Schultz? Oh, Tech. See? Another
Mark
friend I
Schultz.
used to game with. Dick mode activated. Well, Mark Schultz, I haven't talked to you in a while. I got a guppy explosion from one guppy. That's what happens. I did a saltwater tank. Actually in this tank behind me years ago. My mom actually gave me this tank. It's only a 29 gallon. It's nothing major, but she had it set up for saltwater and she hated it. So she gave it to me, which made me hate it. It is a nightmare to keep a small saltwater tank. Freaking nightmare. now it's freshwater. We'll just go that way with it. But I put mollies in the saltwater because they're hardy and they can be adapted easily, just to make sure I had the water right. And those things exploded. I had babies pouring out of here.
That was bad.
So never again will I do that. Yeah. Oh. Mark, I know you called me and I meant to call you back, and I got sidetracked a little bit. So that's my bad. I'll call you though, brother. Yeah, so going back to the guppy thing, man, don't ever, ever listen to the excuse, well, if you're setting up this saltwater tank, you can just throw a couple mollies in it. That'll let you know that the water's fine, and then you can put fish in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's bullshit. Flat out, straightforward bullshit. Mollies breed harder in saltwater than they do in freshwater. I swear. No, don't do it. Cycle your tank properly. You can do it without fish. Believe me. Look at Split just back there going crazy. He loves that corner of that tank. I don't get it. I think he sees the fish in this tank. Can you give me no?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my last saltwater venture, and probably gonna be my last, because you constantly had to make up water for that thing, and it ain't much. It's just a couple 5-gallon buckets and mix it up and blah de da. But you got to do that constantly. And the bigger the tank you get, go saltwater. Yeah, fine, because there's I don't want to say there's less maintenance, but there's more room for error.
Oh, hi.
Neighbor got guppies for her 9-year-old.
Oh, that's cute.
Count had all my fish and guppies. Liquid Zoo. Hi, Liquid Zoo.
Sure, you safe.
I don't know. Well, I would be if she doesn't kick this over.
You know what?
Oh, relax. That was Mad F. So Mad F is Liquid Zoo. Let's see. Oh, let's get back to here. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I don't really. Not a lot went on this weekend other than just basically spending it all cleaning that damn room out. Now I have to figure out why the sockets don't work down there. That's great.
Water pump on the truck. I mean, that's really
Yeah.
about it.
I do the water pump on that.
The Dodge decided to be sassy.
After next week, I'm taking the shop over at work.
Promotion.
You make it too easy. He's just messing with you.
I feel like this
Mark Schultz says, I just got done eating my ribs. Well, my bird's not done yet.
I just moved it over to the grill because the pellets got so low on the smoker that
They weren't smoking it. Yeah,
No.
I wondered if I should have done that.
Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is, but it's on the grill now on very low heat.
Yeah.
Just to finish
Yeah.
it.
We got a 22-pound turkey for free. Somebody had to get rid of it. I said, I'll take it. And I'm going to smoke the bastard. That's what we did.
Mark Schultz, though, I feel like he is friends with my uncle too.
No, that's who I used to play with on that one game on here.
I know, but I think he's friends with.
Let's see, Cal. Let's go with Adele says, I have to spend my afternoon doing water changes and glass cleaning for my rental inspection tomorrow morning. I hate doing that. I don't have an inspection, but I hate doing that. And that's what I spent yesterday doing. This tank did not look this good yesterday afternoon, let me tell you. Puzzles and Conquest, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I lost interest in it. Let's see. Kyle Jaded says, future fish pickups planned for the plywood tank. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Well, while we're on the subject, yes. So Kyle has an Asian red-tailed catfish. Kyle knows Metalhead is building a pond. And Kyle once said Asian red-tailed catfish to go in Metalhead's pond.
What size?
See what I'm getting at here?
What size is said catfish? Like split snack size, or?
Well, it's gonna have to be kept away from split.
Yeah.
But it could it'll go in here just fine without split.
Because split likes to eat things.
Yeah. You have to be careful with split.
Let's see. I know where you can get some big fish from. I do too.
I'm so kind of disappointed that I didn't bring that pacu home.
I'm not. Man, you know what? Let me just air it out right now. I will not purposely take a pacu home when I don't have to. Okay? So there, I didn't have to.
No.
Now, if somebody comes to me and says, man, I have this thing, it's taken over, blah, blah, blah. Of course I'm going to take it. I'm not going to turn it away. Am I going to purposely say, yeah, I want that? No.
I wanted that
But
pacu.
if for some reason somebody where, if I'm out of town, whatever, and they say, hey, man, if I show up for fish or whatever, and they say, hey, man, I got this one too. All right. But
I wanted that pacu.
I'm not purposely taking on
I know.
pacu.
I just wanted that pacu so bad. He was so
Pacu
cute.
will destroy everything. But if it's a case of like I'm around here and somebody says, man, we're moving, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I can't take them. I'm not going to let you flush them or do whatever you're going to do with them, which obviously you're not going to flush a pacu.
Yeah.
But,
That would give
I mean, I would take him. I'm not going to look down upon him because he's a pacu. You have to have very. Okay, if I stuck a pacu in here, I would lose a heater. I would lose that. I would lose that. I would lose my shark. I would lose my power head. I'd lose everything in there because they chew wires.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no way I'm willingly taking one of those unless I see it's in distress and needs grabbed. Which at that point, then I could formulate a plan and it'll be fine. But I'm not purposely looking for one. I know better. Kyle Jaded says the Asian red tail is roughly 6 inches. So that would tell me that once I have split in the pond, the Asian red tail will go in here just fine. The Oscars won't mess with them. And by then, Doomsday and Apocalypse will probably be pretty close to his size too, because they're little porkies. Maybe close to that. I don't know. I'll have to gauge that before I intertwine the three of them together. But I can definitely make it happen to where he won't get eaten. You don't have to lose anything heater wires if you know what you're doing. Well, I'm not saying I don't know what I'm doing with Pacus, but I know what Pacus are capable of.
Yeah.
I'm not actively seeking out Pacu. Let's just put it that way.
That Pacu is so bad.
She wanted one. I don't. But if it was in a bad situation, I'd take it. No questions asked. I won't. I won't. I won't sit there and be a dick and be like, no, I don't want him because of what he is. You're screwed. Find somebody else. I'm not going to do that. I never have, and I won't start now. Actually, my community tank is filled with a bunch of unwanted fish. And they are honestly beauties. But actually, I'll do if I could find the video of that one split tail. When we first got him, he's dark gray, and now he's back to swimming again, and he almost looks just like the other split tail goldfish, fancy tail goldfish, whatever you want to call him. And he looks great, and
He's a fantail.
He's doing fantastic, and then they had him in a tank at the fish store. He was literally in a tank full of 30, 40 fish. This tank was this big. I mean, he could barely move. He couldn't swim, anything like that. And for the longest time, he was black. And then within a week or two, he started swimming around. He's older, you can tell. But I just noticed the other day, he's turning super white. And he's swimming around. He's active. He's happy. And I'm astonished by the amount of change in just that fish. And I bought him from the pet store. I'm like, dude, I'll take him. I'll get him out of here. I mean, if he lives, he lives. If he doesn't, well, I tried. But he's doing great. And literally, there's been, except for the black neons, the two goldfish, the flower horn, and yes, I said flower horn, the swordtail mollies, and the guppies in that tank. Everything else is just fish that nobody wanted, and I took, and they're all doing great. Now, I know you're all going, what, flower horn? Bear with me on that one. He's this big.
Super tiny.
I have to get a tank ready for him yet. And he's not in there permanently, trust me. Otherwise, he'll eat everybody in there, or at least beat the crap out of them. But he is a Compa flower horn that came from Michigan Tropicals. When I got a mystery box showed up, I did a very lousy video on that. But the mystery box showed up with 2 red-tailed catfish in it, a lace synodontis, and this Compa flower horn. And all 4 of those fish are doing fantastic. The lace synodontis I have over in my 125, and you just got to catch him. Usually when you toss food in there, you give it a couple minutes and he'll come out. Plus the 3 spotted Raphaels come out, and it's fun to watch them. The Compa flower horn, I think I have Bobby the Brain Heenan Jr. and he's my red dragon flower horn. So I've been debating this, and I think I'm just going to come out right now and say it. We've been debating what we're going to name this flower horn. And I've got Bobby the Brain Heenan Jr., and I've been struggling between either Hulk Hogan Jr. or Macho Man Jr. Macho Madness. I kind of want to call him Macho Madness because those were Bobby Heenan's two greatest, next to Andre the Giant, and I really can't call him a giant. What are you guys going on about in the chat? Anyway, a squirrel. Okay, I had a squirrel there. I think I'm gonna call him.
Turn the camera. Can we see? He
I
wants to
think
see
I'm gonna
the
call him
flower.
Macho Madness. You want to see him? I'll see if I can get to him.
Kyle just said.
All right, bear with me. There we go. Oh God. I don't know if you can see or not. Let me see if I can get closer. Okay, so that's about as close as I can. No, I can get a little closer. Okay. He is right here. I'll see if I can get him down for you. Look,
You can
that's
go.
it right there.
Oh, it all has to be attached, or you lose.
Yeah, it has to be attached, or I could really zoom in.
Hang on.
It won't work that way.